This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 135 of the Healthy Critters Radio on the Horse Radio Network. Healthy Critters Radio is brought to you by Biostar US. Find them online at biostarus.com.
On today's show, we discuss how technology has affected our relationships with animals. The breed of the show is the Maine Coon Cat. Critter nutrition focuses on how allergies are on the rise. And in Coffee Klatch, we ask, what sitcom character does your horse or dog remind you of? Listen in. I'm Tigger.
And I'm Patty.
And I'm Coach Jen. Welcome back to Healthy Critters Radio. Tigger, we've got a jam-packed show today, and Patty has planned a big party for later on this evening, which she did not invite either of us to.
It was such a drag.
Yeah.
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 Well, now that I know, I'm going to expect you guys to come next time. So let's think about that.
Now, before we got started this evening, Patty was telling us about some alternative therapies that she and the furry members of the family were enjoying. Tigger, what alternative therapies have you used with your dogs and horses?
Acupuncture, massage, chiropractics, laser, magnetic, ultrasound. I think that's it.
How about you, Patty?
All of those, plus Magnoid, which I really enjoyed. Yeah, how about you? What have you done, Jen?
I just had Nigel just got today. He got signed up for a little study that a local specialist is doing. She did acupuncture, and then she put the little electrodes on the needles.
Uh-huh.
And she did laser on his neck. And then she did chiropractic on him after she did the acupuncture. So he got the whole... He was just a happy guy. He was a happy guy when he went back out. He was like, oh, I'm a happy guy. He's like drunk. He's drunk on endorphins.
Yeah. Oh, that's great.
Not a bad thing to be drunk on.
No, but it was fascinating because, of course, I picked her brain because that's why vets hate me, and learned all kinds of interesting things about how muscles and bones attach to each other and why things go badly when the muscles are stiff and tight. And I learned lots of things about necks because I didn't know much about necks. Apparently, Nigel has a stiff neck. Poor guy probably has a headache.
Oh.
Probably.
Oh, cool.
Probably does. And it's not just because of me.
It's always fun to learn that stuff, but then you're like, then trying to prevent stuff from happening again. It's such a
see that's where I have it. I have it easy. He came with all this crap. But I'm learning about how it gets treated. I learned about how lasers work and why they work, and that was fascinating stuff.
Well, I have something to share.
Oh, tell us.
What's that?
This was an article in the New York Times, and in Bangkok, they are training dogs to sniff out COVID.
Oh, interesting.
What does it hide? Does it hide in people's luggage?
Their detection. No. They can sniff it on a person. Quote, for dogs, the smell is obvious, just like grilled meat for us.
Well, this wasn't posted on April 1st, was it?
I hope that they can deploy them in crowded public spaces like stadiums or transportation hubs to identify people carrying the virus.
How interesting.
Wow. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yet another reason dogs are awesome. Have yourself a sip of water there, Tigger.
Yeah, I have my allergies.
See, that's why we're talking about allergies later in the show. But right now, because we have a jam-packed show and Patty has planned social events for the evening, we're going to jump right into our round table. Yeah. And I think this is going to be a lively conversation on how technology has either helped or hindered our relationships with our animals. So I'm guessing, Tigger, you're going to get this started.
I am. So I was inspired because a client called me and told me about being in a vet's office with her big dog, whatever it was. This is pre-COVID. and a woman sitting on, with her dogs, which her dog was, like a 10-pounder of some sort. And the woman is on her phone, and the little 10-pounder is barking its head off at the big dog, as little dogs tend to do. And the woman is not paying one bit of attention. And when she was telling me the story, I thought, yeah, I mean, how many times have I seen riders ride around, they get a phone call, they stop, they pull their phone out, they talk on it. And I thought, gosh, as great as the connectivity is, what is this really doing to the relationship with our animals? Like, I do not take, my barn is private, so I do not take my phone to the barn. It does not go there. The barn is a phone-free zone. But it just started me thinking about all the benefits of the phone and how it detracts from us reading our horses and dogs, spending more time with them rather than texting somebody. So what do you guys think?
I mean, I think the obvious things for helping, of communication and being able to, like, if you have a problem and you have an emergency, your phone's right there. You can call the vet or Google something or whatever. I think there's so many benefits to it. But I, before, had an Apple Watch, and I found myself every time it would jiggle and I knew a text was coming through, I would like lift up and look, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is ridiculous. This is breaking, this is breaking the contact with the horse. And, and I was just like, it was so distracting. And the interesting part to me was I probably had the watch for maybe a total of 3 years. It easily took me 8 months to get over every time I thought I felt something vibrating. And I would look at my wrist and I was like,
that's
oh my gosh,
so interesting.
And I haven't missed it at all. Then I took it off vibrate. I was like, well, don't let it ring. Don't. And I'm like, yeah, but the thing is that then it would light up, and I'm like, it just, to me, if there's anything that's that important, I can look at my phone when I get back. You know what I mean? So so that to me was such a big deal. It was so bizarre to me. And I finally now, but I will tell you, it makes me so aware of when I'm with people that have an iWatch on and you're talking to them and looking at them and they look at their watch and you're like, okay, hello, or, I'm right here, standing here. And I mean, imagine what that's like when you're riding, so yeah. I don't bring my phone in the indoor. I just don't do that. I mean, if I'm by myself or I'm waiting for, a phone call or whatever, I'll bring it every now and then, but I don't want to be connected. It just takes away from what I'm doing. Years and years ago, I remember being at the Palm Beach Derby. It was right when phones, where everybody had one. And I remember going down center line and looking at 3 different people, don't know who they were, but one person, that was kind of before the texting thing started, but like 3 different people, like doing something with their phone and being on their phone. And I just kept thinking about, like, I was like, wow, is this what this is going to do? And I had no idea. Obviously, I had no idea it was going to replace house phones. I mean, someone the other day said,
remember how addicted you were to the BlackBerry, the Crackberry?
Oh yeah, yep, absolutely.
I mean, you and millions of others.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a slippery slope. I mean, it's a necessary evil. But I had to, for myself, like I said, when I got rid of that iWatch, it was number one, it was very freeing, right? Mm-hmm. But number 2, it was so upsetting to me to realize how long it took me to get over it.
Wow.
It was easily 8 months. And I would think, and I would be like, oh my God, and I'd look at my watch and I'd be thinking, why am I looking at my watch? Oh, I just felt I felt my wrist jiggle. But I'm finally over it. Finally over it.
So interesting.
Yeah. It's very crazy.
Jennifer?
Very crazy to me.
See, I'm not addicted to my phone at all. I use it because I have to. Same with computers. I don't I use my computer for my work because I have to. I love what technology has done for your ability to do research on any topic.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
I love that because I love nothing more than going down a veterinary, farrier, genetics rabbit hole. I love that. But like everybody else, it's like a two-sided street there. I love the fact that I can put my phone in my pocket and I can go and ride by myself and feel reasonably secure that if I get chucked on my head, I can let somebody know, or they will notice because my phone will do something. I think that's pretty darned awesome, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to ride by myself comfortably, because there would be that niggling thing in the back of my mind, like nobody knows I'm here. But because I have my phone turned on, they do. So I love that. But the thing that I dislike about what it's done for us is it has completely removed our desire to exercise emotional control. When we feel something, we have to put it on social media the instant we feel it. We don't think through it anymore. We don't think about consequences anymore. Those things have been filtered right out because social media is designed to not be filtered. That's what it was made for. Not blaming the social media. It's the humans that use it. And I think for some of us, that transfers over into our relationships with humans and animals. Because when you're working with animals, as a human, we need to exercise emotional control. If we don't have that, nothing else is going to work.
I also think the instant gratification aspect for me is very troubling as it relates to animals.
Again, you have to be able to say, that didn't work out the way I thought it did the instant I thought it would, and it's okay. But with, and we're moving away from that. We look at that as bad nowadays. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So it reduces our patience and our being in the present and mindful, because we're always looking for the next. It's sort of like getting a fix.
Sure. But I can also take a picture of the boo-boo my horse just gave him and text it to my vet and go, do I need to call you?
Yes, absolutely. The cameras on the phones has been, pretty amazing.
Like most things, it's a two-sided conversation.
Big time.
Yeah.
And I just feel like when we want to spend quality time with our horses, like training them, and our dogs, training them and working with them, that, the phone needs to be out of the picture.
I think the phone, the phone would serve the same purpose as if you had two of your best drinking buddies over while you were out schooling in the arena, and they were over there having themselves a party. They had themselves a 6-pack and some nachos, and they were over there having a good time playing music while you were riding. That's having the same effect on your psyche. You're not going to be able to fully focus and be present and aware of everything that's going on. And when you're training a horse, you need to do that. Otherwise, you're really not going to be as effective as you should be.
Yeah, exactly. And the same with training a dog.
Or a husband.
And imagine what it's like for a dog to look at you while you're texting. I was thinking about that with the puppies today, because I was working them on, look. And I thought, gosh, how many dogs are looking at their humans, and the human has just been over texting.
That's maybe the dog looks at that and he thinks the same thing we think when we see a dog sitting there chewing on his paw. It's like, really? What are you doing? What is the purpose of this? He probably looks at it, what is the purpose of you doing that? Oh my goodness. So that's interesting.
That's funny.
Yeah. Maybe we should get Hedwig's take on
that's a really
her
good
favorite
idea.
Parts about technology. I think Hedwig's going to have some good stuff on this one.
Yeah, for sure.
Hello.
Hetty.
Hedwig.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Hedwig. Hedwig, the world's only talking, podcasting Pomeranian.
Yep.
C'est moi.
We have an important question for you today, because you are the only world's only podcasting Pomeranian. we
Oui.
thought that it would be important to get your take on technology and whether or not technology has helped or hindered your human servant's relationship with the Pomeranian.
I hate the clicking box. I hate the clicking box so much. For example, right now, I'm on the couch being so cute, excelling all human expectations and understanding of cuteness. And she clicks on the box. When I'm hungry, she clicks on the box. When I'm bored, she clicks on the box. It's either horses or box clicking. Why can she not get a proper job?
So the clicking box would be her computer?
Whatever. There's a thing with screen and the endless clicking that she puts up on her stupid broken ankle thing, and then she props it up on pillows, and then she clicks and 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 clicks, and it's irritating noise to my tiny, perfect ears.
How about her phone?
I hate the phone as well.
Okay, just wanted to be clear. For the same reasons?
It tries to steal my soul by photographing me endlessly.
It's not the time she spends on it.
She does not spend that much time on the phone. She spends much more time on the clicking box.
Gotcha.
And have I mentioned my loathing for the box?
How about social media?
She does not spend that much. It's okay, because the only time she really spends on the Facebook is to try to save other Pomeranians, and that's okay.
Gotcha. So that would be the benefit of technology.
Yes, and Instagram, which allows photos of me.
But overall, your feeling about technology is thumbs down.
If she had thumbs.
All four paws down.
All four
paws.
Whoa.
4 paws.
Okay.
Terrible, terrible vice. I like it when she's reading a book because then there's a hands-free for patting.
And for
or
feeding
undercolored
cheese.
Scratches. There's a minimum of cheese feeding Tigger, a minimum.
That's too bad.
I am
Sorry.
wasting away.
Oh, dear. Well, I'll have to have
So
some
sad.
cheese expressed to you.
Yes. I'll make sure you have our address.
She might have to go online to the clicking box to print out a shipping label, though. Is that okay?
Yes, she's not here. It's fine. She can do whatever she needs to do.
Just don't. Okay, see,
It's just
technology
not in
is
your
okay at somebody else's house, just not hers.
Another way to consider it is Tigger has a particular utility in this case. We should allow Tigger to serve me.
I understand.
Of course.
Thank you for bringing me straight.
Yeah, I needed that
Because
tonight.
otherwise, she's just doing something else. And I don't even know what that would be. Probably not useful.
Probably not.
Not to you, for
Not
sure.
to you. Well, thank you very much, Hedwig. We
No.
appreciate your viewpoint, and we will consider it most seriously.
Absolutely.
Just keep in mind your dogs hate your boxes as well.
Yes, we've been discussing that.
Got it. Bye-bye, Hedwig.
I've taken the keys off using my paws. Bye-bye.
So we're at the Breed of the Show segment, and I actually got a great suggestion from a friend of mine to do Maine Coon Cats. And Tigger, I know you've had Maine Coons.
I have.
And you love them. And I don't know why I didn't think about doing them. Yeah, boy, they really are. I've just researching them, so many cool things. A couple friends of mine have had them, but I'll tell you what, if I was looking for a cat, this would be one seriously one to consider.
You bet.
Seriously. So they are the largest domestic cat and actually one of the oldest in North America, which I thought was interesting. And also specifically from Maine. Did not know that. It is their state cat, which I thought was kind of funny. I didn't know we had state cats, but Maine has one. It's the Maine Coon. like I said, they're known as one of the largest cats. The males get anywhere from 13 to 18 pounds. Females can be anywhere from 8 to 12 pounds. And this is, I thought was funny. There has been some recorded as to being as tall as 40 inches. Does that make sense?
Whoa.
I don't know. I just thought that. Yeah, I was like, I want to research that a little bit, so I put a question mark by that. But
yeah, an Australian Shepherd is like 20 to 22 inches.
Yeah, but I was like 40 inches. I was like, huh? But I read it. I'll go back and I was like, huh? That's, yeah, well, who knows? Maybe they thought it was a Maine Coon. It was a cougar. But anyway, you just never know. They're very intelligent, very affectionate. They have many great characteristics, but biggest thing that I kept seeing over and over again, that they are just great with kids, highly intelligent, and apparently very wonderfully playful. Known as the clown cats. They can be vocal, but not like a Siamese cat, like a little bit vocal, but their voice is very low and soft, which I think would be kind of surprising seeing something that was so big. They do require a lot of grooming. We'll get into that, but they're just very, very affectionate. They tolerate being picked up and like loved on, and they're wonderful because if you want a cat to stay on your lap, this is a good cat because they love hanging out with their people. So not only are they a big bone cat, but it's that big bone frame is covered with a lot of fur.
A lot of fur.
A lot of fur, which makes them very majestic looking. They have a long, silky coat that comes in a variety of different colors, red and blue, solid white, cream, party color, calico, like anything that you want to name, they have it. But they have a couple physical features that can make you know, besides the fact that they're quite large, that they are a Maine Coon. They have pointed ears, and they often have a little tipped of wisped hair on the edge. I think that may be my favorite part. But they have expressive oval-shaped eyes with a long, bushy tail. So, their needs, first and foremost, they are extremely affectionate, and really, 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 it's important that you spend time with them. They can be left alone during the day, but when you get home, you need to spend some time. And they kept recommending, that they're best with a family of more than one so that they can spread their love, which I thought was so cute. But they remind me a little bit of the ragdoll in the sense that they're intelligent enough, but they were saying that you can like teach them to fetch, play games.
They're very
like
dog-like in some ways.
Yeah. So that's kind of because that you can teach them to come when you call them. So kind of really a very cool sounding cat. But overall, it sounds like they're just the most exceptional pet to have. They're very dog-like. They're very intelligent, but biggest and foremost, they just love their attention. Is that what you found, Tigger, that they were very affectionate?
Yeah. His name was Hobie Cat, and I named him after a Hobie, sailboat. And he didn't like to be on the ground too much. So he traveled by walking on the, this is when I lived in Princeton, New Jersey. And I lived in downtown Princeton. And everybody had fenced-in backyards, so he would travel. Everybody walk on the top of the fence line.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
And then he'd climb up a tree if he, there was no fence there, and then he'd climb over on a branch, onto a roof, back down. Oh yeah, that's how he rolled. And I just learned to leave the window open on the second story.
Oh gosh.
That's how he would come and go, because he didn't like dogs, like outside. And, he was very savvy about cars and things. And it was, Princeton, New Jersey is not a little village. So we had come from Florida. So that's how he navigated. And then, of course, we moved to the farm in Virginia. And then he was, perfectly happy to be walking on the fence lines. They are such a cool cat, full of personality, really affectionate. You know how cats, lift their paws and purr, and I mean, he could knead you. If you had a sore muscle, you just plunk that 15-pound booger on whatever was sore, and he could work it out.
Oh, that's so funny. Well, yeah. So I'm going to tell you, if anybody's looking for a particular animal a dog cat. It sounds like Maine Coon.
Dog cat.
Yep, a dog cat. Yep, for sure.
And now we're at Critter Nutrition, and the topic today is allergies on the rise. Recently, I watched the Netflix documentary Rotten. One episode called The Peanut Problem highlighted the precipitous rise in food allergy cases in the U.S. According to the CDC, food allergy prevalence among children increased 50% from 1997 to 2011. According to a report by the BBC, the rate of food allergies worldwide has increased from around 3% of the population in 1960 to 7% in 2018. Seasonal allergies are also on the rise. According to Michael Foggs, MD, president of the American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, the prevalence of allergies is surging, with as many as 30% of adults and up to 40% of children having at least one allergy. Allergies are increasing for dogs and horses too. According to the American Veterinary Medical Association, environmental allergies are on an upward trend in dogs, with a 30.7% increase over the last 10 years. While there is no published data on rising allergies in horses, anecdotal evidence based on the number of owners who contact us about their horses' allergies and how to manage them leads me to believe that just like humans and dogs, horses are experiencing more challenges to their immune systems. What are some of the key factors to these increases? According to the American College of Allergy, Asthma, and Immunology, the number one key factor is climate change. Pollen levels are increasing every year. Warmer temperatures and milder winters can make spring allergy season longer. When humans are exposed to early season pollen, our immune system is primed to react to the allergens, which increases our symptoms and sneezing. Number two, hygiene hypothesis. This theory suggests that our emphasis on extremely clean environments fails to provide us with exposure to the germs required to educate the immune system. There is a third hypothesis that questions whether low levels of dietary antioxidants may contribute to the increased rise in allergies. Food allergies. Food allergies in horses and dogs appears to be rising. I say appears because even just a decade ago, allergy testing in horses was not very common. Now it is common. Have the food allergies been there all along and we just didn't recognize them? Food allergies in dogs have been explored longer than in horses. And even though each of these two species eats a very different diet, there are some common allergens: wheat, soy, corn. Types of allergies in horses. Allergic reactions occur when the horse's immune system overreacts to substances known as allergens. Common allergen triggers are pollen, mold, dust, mites, insects, grooming product ingredients, horse feed ingredients, and various forages. Other potential allergens are drugs and medications, stall bedding material, pesticides, and herbicides. Common allergic reaction in horses. The most common allergic reactions in horses are hives and itching. Respiratory issues such as equine asthma are a response to allergens. Leaky gut and inflammatory bowel disease. Specific research in humans and animals is showing a link between allergies and leaky gut syndrome and inflammatory bowel disease. Remember, a large proportion of the immune system resides in the GI tract. Strategies for helping horses with allergies. Corticosteroids can be the fastest way to reduce the inflammatory response, but these medications are not ideal for long-term use. Supportive antioxidants include resveratrol, spirulina, and SOD. Supportive nutraceuticals to regulate inflammation and histamine include quercetin phytosome and boswellia. Immune modulation foods include bovine colostrum and reishi mushrooms. GI tract support includes fulvic and humic acids, soil-based organisms, medicinal mushrooms providing short-chain fatty acids, MOS, and active probiotic strains providing high colony-forming units. Coming soon, as of June 2nd, Biostar is releasing our first totally focused allergy formula called Allergies, and it's available as a powder and as a syringe. Just in time for allergy season. And now we're at Coffee Klatch, and our topic is, what sitcom character does your horse or dog remind you of? And I thought I would do one or two of my dogs. I ended up doing 5 because I was getting such a kick out of, identifying their personalities. So I'm going to start off with Kemosabe, who is my oldest. He's 13. And right now he is Archie Bunker.
I cannot believe you just said Archie Bunker. I cannot believe you said that.
Well, you should see him around the puppies. Mm-hmm. It's like when he growls, he's calling them meatheads.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
So funny.
Then from the oldest to the youngest is Keen. And as a puppy, he definitely was Gilligan on Gilligan's Island. Just a goofy bonehead with a great heart. And now he's become Sam Malone from Cheers. Big man on campus, feeling his oats. Hopefully he doesn't have an alcohol problem when he gets older. Very athletic, good looking. He loves the ladies. Yeah, that would be my Keen.
That's just too funny. Archie Bunker. Oh my gosh. Scooter is so easy. Scooter's been the same sitcom character since the day we got him. He's Bart Simpson. Since the day we met him, he's Bart Simpson. Absolutely. PT Scooter, the Hackney pony, is absolutely.
At least he's not Cartman.
No, he's not Cartman. No. I think that one of the other horses here at the barn might be Cartman, though.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that might be Pablo. Nigel, the not quite off the track thoroughbred. I had to think hard about this one because there's so many close fits. And the one I came up with is, I'm going to date myself, Richie Cunningham from Happy Days.
Oh my God, from Happy Days.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
Good heart, best of intentions, tries real hard, but it just doesn't work out his way very often.
Oh, that's so cute.
And then every once in a while, when he drinks a little too much, he makes bad life decisions. Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
He loves girls, but doesn't know what to do about it.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. And that's fine. He's allowed to love girls and not know what to do about it. He just stands there and looks oogly-eyed at him. He just
Oh, that's...
Yeah, little hearts pop above his head. Yeah, Richie Cunningham. That's him.
Patty, what do you have?
Well, this was tough for me, but the little bit of research that I was able to do so good. Okay, so first sitcom I thought of was All in the Family, and I was thinking of Archie, and I'm like, I don't really have an Archie anywhere. But then I was thinking of Burke, who is just sort of a goofy, good-hearted. And first thing I thought of was Barney Fife on the Andy Griffith Show.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
Just, sometimes every now and then really thinks he's got it all together. And then other times he's like such a doofus because he locks himself in the jail. You know what I mean? And that was, so
Barney
Fife.
That
is perfect for Burke.
Yeah, no, that was truly perfect.
And Burke is one of your Aussies, right?
Yeah, he's one of the Aussies, and he's just the wiggliest. He just little wags his tail, and he's just kind of a goober. He's just a goober. But I think this is the best. The best one is Fupa would be Hot Lips from MASH.
I've got
absolutely.
Hot Lips too.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. She's definitely
is Hot Lips.
Who?
My Wookie, who is Wookie.
Okay. Wookie. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Now Eden, who is the mother of the puppies, she is June Cleaver. I have
Oh,
never
that's
seen
good.
from Leave It to Beaver. She's like the perfect mother. If she had a little, a little dress
She needs
and
the
a little
apron.
apron and maybe white gloves. I mean, that's Eden. I've never
That's
seen.
hysterical.
She is unbelievable. And last
I
but
love
not least is Crockett, who is actually Felix Unger from The Odd Couple. Everything
Really? Oh,
place and precise. And if you don't make my food exactly right, I won't eat it. And yeah,
that
so
is hysterical.
that's my tribe.
There you go. That's Tiggy's tribe right there.
I left
That is
out
hysterical.
2, Thunder Bear and Buckaroo, because I didn't want to dominate the conversation. But anyway,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I think Buckaroo would have been in Spanky in our gang, and he would have been
that's
Spanky for
Okay,
sure.
that's funny.
And
love that.
And Thunder Bear would have been the young guy in Kung Fu.
Oh,
Kung
that's
Fu.
interesting. You have a thoughtful one.
Yeah, oh, very. He's the Zen master.
Interesting.
Yeah, he would have been
Aw.
David Carradine. Although that's not really a sitcom; that's more of a TV show. But
That's what I was like. Is that a thing? Okay. That makes me feel. a
See,
little bit
she
better.
I
didn't know that
rules.
was.
She bent the rules.
I
That's
did.
okay.
I did.
That's okay.
So if you can think of a sitcom character that your horse or dog or cat reminds you of, drop us a postcard at Biostar, 1 Cleveland Street, Gordonsville, Virginia, 22942.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks to our sponsor, Biostar US. You can find them online at biostarus.com.
Get the Horse Radio Network phone app on iOS or Android by searching for Horse Radio Network in the App Store. It's free and easy to use.
For details about today's show, go to healthycrittersradio.com, where you can find links, photos, and more information about our guests.
As always, we love your feedback. Please follow us on Facebook under Healthy Critters Radio.
Be sure to visit all the great shows on Horse Radio Network at horseradionetwork.com.
Hi, I'm April,
And I am Laura, and we are the hosts of the Rein in Your Herd podcast.
where we help with building an online presence for your equine business. So this can include online marketing, social media, blog, YouTube, online memberships, courses, Facebook ads, and websites.
We give you the tips you need to dive in on these subjects and also interview other equine business owners who are doing it well. We have a lot of fun doing it, so we hope to see you over on Rein in Your Herd.
Love your dog.
Hug your horse.
Feed your chickens.
Clean your litter box.
Dance with your goat.
Slither with your snakes.
Howl at the moon.
Hang with your hamster.
Party with your parrot.
Waddle with your walrus.
Outwit your otter.
Cuddle your cows.
Rap with your raptor.
Go chipping with your chipmunks.
Forgive your fox.
While hedging your hog.
We also recommend that you rack with your raccoon.
Gyrate with your giraffe.
Meditate with a meerkat.
Uber with your orangutan.
Facebook with your flamingo.
Ponder with your panda.
Walk with your Wookiee.
Yawn with your yak.
Twitter with your toucan.
Go raining with your reindeer.
Dropbox your dragon.